Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. Some huge news for fans of comic books based on popular 80s toy and cartoon franchises. The Thundercats are making a return to the world of comics in February 2024, and based on the advanced sales numbers that have been reported, we are looking at some blockbuster level sales. In fact, and this has been covered by several news sources, but here's the excerpt from Screen Run's article online in which the headline says, Thundercats 1 passes 170,000 in sales, approaching biggest launch in the decade. And I'm assuming this means since 2020 kicked off. And then it goes on to say, Dynamite Entertainment's new Thundercats book has sold 170,000 copies ahead of its February release, bucking a franchise trend. And these numbers come a few short months after the October 2023 release of Transformers 1, which also broke sales records with over 153,000 copies sold. Nostalgia is high, and 80s toy and cartoon properties are bigger than ever before. The Thundercats have enjoyed a long history of successful runs in comics, starting with their 1985 debut with Marvel and Star Comics, which remains until today one of the best and highest quality comic adaptations of a toy line. The series ran for 24 issues and is in fact something that I'm still trying to complete for my comic book collection. In 2011, the Thundercats also had an almost entire franchise overhaul and reboot with a new series that was critically acclaimed and well loved by hardcore fans. In fact, I have gone on record previously and stated that it is one of the best animated shows in the history of animation. But the new character designs did not translate well into merchandising, and the concept ultimately failed. And then we also had 2020's attempt to reboot the show into something that catered to both the Teen Titans audience and to very little kids. Neither demographic bought into it, and the concept remains one of the most hated franchise reboot attempts in pop culture history. Just the mention of it will get some people hulking out worse than Mumra in his transformation scene. This new comic series launch from Dynamite Entertainment is winning a lot of praise from fans as it pays respect to what came before in the 1980s. The character designs and ideas that have been shared are all along the lines of what longtime fans want to see, and these fans, of course, are now all 40-something adults in their majority. But let's not forget, we've been here before. 22 years ago, all the way back in 2002, the Thundercats were also brought back in a whole new comic series from Wildstorm and DC Comics, which picked up directly where the story for the 1980s one ended, and it was everything that fans wanted. The 2002 comic book series was also very successful in its initial launch and had many tie-ins and spin-off books before eventually fizzling out about 3 years later. Now, adding to the incredible sales figures for Thundercats Issue 1 is the fact that Dynamite is releasing it with a whole slew of different cover variants, and die-hard fans will want to collect them all. Like I said, a ton of covers to choose from, and aside from the regular cover A from artist David Nakayama, we also have this cool-looking entry from series writer Declan Shelvey. We have this exquisitely painted cover from Lucio Perillo, a Chitara-focused cover from Ivan Teo. We've got this deeply inked piece from Jay Lee and Jun Chang. Also this masterfully painted sleeve by Gabriel Del Otto. Now just tell me that this doesn't just make you pause, man. And then there's two of my personal favorites. First up is this exclusive by Alex Cormack that actually pays homage to the original cover of the Thundercats debut issue as published by Star Comics in 1985. The next one, which is also seen on the video thumbnail, is this action figure cover that replicates the packaging image of the classic Lionel figure released by LJN Toys in 1985. You know, I've actually seen people fooled by action figure covers like these. Marvel has been putting them out for almost a decade now, and they're so realistic that there are some people out there who just see the images online and think that these are the actual toys. This other cover is also really nice and simplistic, just a classic team logo against a white backdrop, but the logo will in fact also come with gold foil effects, and there's tons of store and retailer exclusives like this one by Jeffrey Cruz, who's also known to his fans as the Chamba. Now this one is only available if you order it through Udon Entertainment's online store. And there's just so much more, guys. It's like I'm discovering new variants and exclusives almost every day. Now, there's one other exciting looking cover that was just announced something like 2 weeks ago, and it's the single piece of artwork that retailers have attributed to the sudden surge in sales numbers that have taken the number of copies past the 170,000 mark for this particular debut issue. And it's the cover by none other than superstar 90s artist Rob Liefeld. Okay, Rob Liefeld's put in this Thundercats cover that has resulted in the entire comics and fan community getting stirred up with so much excitement. Rob Liefeld, the controversial artist, creator of Deadpool, frequently criticized for his character proportions, yet you can't deny, anytime he puts out a fresh piece of work out there, it results in sellouts. Guys, I'm extremely excited to discover the direction that Dynamite Comics is taking the Thundercats franchise towards. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the return of Thundercats to comic books. Hit me up in the comments, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.